So, so what we are gonna look at is like it is a completely Adobe Campaign Classic training. When I say classic, it's a client server application. So Adobe Campaign has typically two versions, which is a classic version and a web version. So web version, you call it as Adobe Campaign Standard. So Adobe is no longer selling any licenses of that because the focus is more towards Adobe Experience Platform and AJO and classic V8. So keeping that in mind, so whatever campaign standard that was sold to whatever customers in the past, they continue to provide support, but they're not selling any new licenses of it. So that's a web version of Adobe Campaign. What we'll be focusing is on the client server version of the Adobe Campaign Classic, and our training will be on V7. The core functionality between V7 and latest V8 remains the same, but we'll focus on V7, which touches the entire fundamentals around the Adobe Campaign Classic. And the prerequisite says like you just need to have some awareness of a digital marketing, and you need to have a strong database concept and awareness to XML, JavaScript, and SQL, and any programming language if you have that is more than enough. So the key prerequisite is you need to know the SQL and the database concept and some awareness to some kind of programming. And if you know JavaScript and HTML and knowing XML, it will be helpful. Okay. And I'll be installing a sandbox in all your machines. So for that, you need to have a Windows machine
So
because
you mean to say good knowledge of database concepts, you mean to say like,
SQL, basic SQL.
okay, got it.
So basically on the database side, you need to understand about the various SQL queries like from select, insert, update to little more complex when it comes to data aggregates, and any database platform is fine, but the key SQL concept and slight awareness about the RDBS or the relational database concept will help.
Yeah, like you would be able to follow, right? I'm not that good at the database concept, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe before you can just get your foundation revised from maybe the W3 SQL. If you go through, no, that itself is good enough. The W3 schools, the SQL is there. No, I think within one day you can
Yeah,
brush
yeah.
up your.
Oh,
If
oh,
you go,
okay. That level of knowledge is fine. Yeah, okay, then that sounds good.
yeah, that level of knowledge is okay. So you need a Windows machine. Within the Windows machine, I'll be setting up the Adobe Campaign local instance, and all the required softwares, everything right from sandbox, everything will be set up, and that local instance will stay with you forever. Okay, that will be a Campaign Classic V7 version of the sandbox, and you will have it available in your system forever, and you can use it, practice it whenever you want. Okay, even after the training completes, you will have access to that. And the first step is installation. I'll share this
One
doc.
question, because mine
Mhm.
is Mac OS, and I have this, like Adobe thing. They give a 1 month sandbox. So is
Okay.
it a must? Like, if you can give me the details, I can arrange the system. But for now, can
No,
I
if
work?
you need a local sandbox for yourself to practice, because until unless you practice and do the things at your end,
Okay.
you will not be able to learn or gain the knowledge. Because attending the session, yes, you might feel that you would have understood it, but until unless you do it on your own and complete it do the exercises on your own, you will not be able to grasp the concept. And Adobe Campaign works only on a Windows machine; it doesn't work on Mac. So now it's up to you. How do you want to manage that?
Just post it after the class. So I'll try to get one. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll share this document. This has a prerequisite, like it's just a standard Windows machine would be. And this Postgres IIS and Java JDK, this I'll install. You just need a standard Windows OS. I mean, standard Windows laptop. That would do.
Sure, sure. Got it.
Uh, Sundar, I have one question. So I don't
Mhm.
have experience in Java. I know Python. So like,
That's okay. That's okay because Adobe Campaign is completely custom coded. Whatever coding or whatever you do, everything in the language or in the way that a tool allows you to do. So awareness to any programming language is what that is needed. But the concept when you learn when I explain to you, you will be able to follow if you have awareness to any programming language. It is used Java. It is used internally for building the tool, but you won't be programming or doing anything on Java. It's just like any other, more or less, you can see it like an ETL tool. If you have awareness to working on any particular ETL tool like SSIS or some kind of a tool, so you will have some familiarities to it. But again, everything is a tool proprietary. Whatever you code, whatever you do, everything is in the way the tool is designed to work.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions from anyone before I move on? Okay. So the first step, as I said, we will be first doing installation of the campaign instance, both the client server and all the prerequisite softwares, and this installation will stay with you forever. And then there'll be a training videos that will be given a read only or a view only access to 150 plus training videos, which explains each topic of whatever we are going to cover as an overview. So this review only access will be given. And the training will be a step-by-step guide will be provided for each exercise, and each exercise will do it. I'll do it in my sandbox, and I'll give instructions for you guys to follow and do the same on your local. In the next session, we'll review the progress of what you are able to do in your each of your sandbox. Any issues, or we'll resolve them. And once everyone is able to complete that exercise, we'll move on to the next exercise. And what are all the topics, everything that we are going to cover? Everything is driven by a typical use case. Use cases in like more or less replicates what you do when you get on a typical project. And this talks about all the things what we are going to do as part of the training. These are the various things which we are going to cover as part of the training. And once the training is completed, for the folks who are interested to take the certification, we will run through a certain questions, explain the various concepts and what are the possible questions you will get in the exam. And that will be video recorded, and you can refer that video, and immediately you should be able to clear the Adobe Campaign Developer certification exam as well. So that comes with an additional fee. Training is separate, and the certification comes with additional fee, and that Srinivas will update you. So for the folks who are interested to do the certification, you can continue further. But folks who are interested in doing only the training, will go. This is the mode of the plan or the way it will be taught. Yeah, that's all I have from my end.
I have one question.
Mhm.
So you said you will provide recorded video. Um, are you going to provide the class video, the class recorded video, which we are going to have?
That you will have access to. That anyway, Srinivas will provide. Along with that, I'm going to provide access to the training videos, which you will get it only when you enroll for the costliest Adobe training program. Whatever the videos you get when you enroll for Adobe training, I have access to soft copy of those. So those I'll give you access. You will not. I mean, that is my USP. You go to any other trainer in the market, you will never get these videos from anywhere. So these are the official training videos from Adobe,
Yeah.
which explains each and every topic, and these you will it will help you aid your learning on the Adobe campaign once the training on the use case is done. So once I cover the use case, you will have awareness to each and every topic, and then when you go and watch the videos, that will strengthen your knowledge on the topic.
So you are saying that we will get the class videos, but in order to get the self-paced videos, we have to pay the extra fee. That's what
No,
you
no,
mean,
no,
right?
no, 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 no. All these videos, all these classroom training videos, everything is part of the training. What I
Okay.
meant is, once the training is completed, if you want to take the certification exam, so
Okay.
possible question that would be asked in the certification is similar questions. I will run through the possible questions along with the options you might get, explaining the particular topic and the underlying concept. So there are about 50 odd questions which I have made a copy of it. So when you go through that, and immediately when you take the certification exam, you will be able to pass the exam. So that certification dump and going through the questions and helping you prepare for the exam after the training is done, that is separate. That is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. And the other question I have, like, what will be the duration of this training?
We are looking at around 1 month, only on a weekdays, and maybe around 1 hour time that works for all,
So
possibly
we
around this time.
Weekdays means 5 days a week.
5 days a week. It all
Um,
depends on the progress, how long it takes for you to complete the exercise. And some students might be able to pick up fast, and some students might be able to pick up slow. So within the batch, we will give equal importance to everyone, and we'll ensure each and everyone's issue is solved, and we take it accordingly. I'll make sure everyone is able to complete the exercise and do everything on your local instance on your own by following the instructions.
and you also said that we will have the tool access after the class gets over. So for
Yes,
how many days we'll have that access?
that will be forever.
Or forever? Mm, okay, I don't have any
The
question.
access, yeah, the tool access will not be revoked. It will be installed on your laptop.
Okay.
Again, these are the two things: the certification, the training videos, and access to the tool. No? You don't get that very often from anyone. So since I want to make sure whatever training I'm giving to any student, they get the maximum out of it. I give all this by myself.
I have another, like, this is personal question. I think in the batch everybody has some experience or exposure to AEM. That's what I understood, but I don't
Mhm.
have. So I
No,
maybe
that's okay. AEM is completely a different tool. Both are not related at all, Adobe Campaign and AEM. So
okay.
that is completely a different tool. So whatever knowledge you come with, Adobe Campaign is completely a new and vast tool, and for everyone it will be completely new. So you don't have to worry about that.
And when are you planning to start the class?
It all depends. Maybe within a week we can. That I'll let Srinivas know. So once he coordinates and finalizes the batch, he will keep everyone informed, and we can start accordingly. Maybe if all goes well, maybe we can start from next Monday.
So may I know your name?
My name is Sundar.
Sundar. Okay, because I see Srinivas over there. It's fine.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
You
It's
said
Sundar.
that they are not providing the campaign license anymore, right? So if we learn this campaign, how far can we proceed in the Agile? Are they related at all?
AJOs and the campaign are completely different. They're not related at all. The way the things work and the concept work is completely different. Adobe Campaign and AJO both are there are no similarities, I would say.
Okay, yeah. Because I am familiar with Target and Analytics, but never worked on this.
Hmm.
Because once they are merging into AEP, they are looking into people who have knowledge on this campaign, Agile,
That's what
AEP.
I'm saying. Campaign is different. AJO is different. AJO
Yeah,
is Adobe Journey Optimizer. So that more or less works on the AEP
data
seamlessly.
collection part.
Data
Okay.
collection part, and there you have a journeys and you call the journey orchestration or whatever you
But
call on the AJO.
so is it Agile not similar to Target? It's just like personalization, right? Yeah.
AJO is more or less used for communication that is still evolving. It doesn't have
Okay.
same capabilities of Adobe Campaign Classic. Adobe Campaign Classic is more robust client server and
Okay.
application, and it is a most sought after tool when it comes to any marketing communication, be it email, SMS, push, any kind of marketing communication you want to send out. Adobe Campaign is the number one tool in the market.
Okay. Okay. So that is the later Agile is the later version. So can we
AJO is
get
an
this?
evolving version. AJO is an evolving version, which is more tight linked with AEP, and
Okay.
it doesn't have all the capabilities that Adobe Campaign Classic has. Maybe in future, but the future might be 5 to 10 years down the line. AJO might reach to that level, but
Got it.
or Adobe Campaign V8 might, Adobe Campaign Classic itself might get merged into AJO. But again, that's a future roadmap, and that has long way to go. Maybe 10 years plus.
Sounds good. Can you teach us the integration part as well? Integration, we can go through documentation, maybe how we can use campaigns through AEM. That would be great.
Campaigns through AEM is only purely for the content. I'll walk through that on the integration part, what are possible from AEM and campaign.
Yeah, because we have set up the local instances, so that would be a plus for us before going further, interviews
Yeah, I
or.
mean, I can't demo or do anything on the integration, but I can touch base upon what are the possible integration with
I
other
can
tools.
go with that. If you can, I think the Adobe documents, I can go through that. Once you set up on my laptop, I can do the integration
Yeah,
part.
yeah. So the setup is only on the Adobe Campaign Classic instance, okay? Nothing
Yeah, yeah.
else.
Yeah, no, my AEM instance is already set up on the computer, and I can integrate that. That's not.
Okay, okay. Fine. Then Because not really sure you'll be able to integrate the AEM because it just only you'll not be able to send any communication out of campaign. So it's just a local instance setup where you'll have the access to the Adobe Campaign database, everything in terms of understanding the functionality and using the tool to grasp all the concepts. But you will not be able to send any communications out from your local sandbox because sending communication out is what the licensing comes into when it comes to Adobe Campaign. The
But
Adobe
it's on the
Campaign,
local host, right? My
it's
ME is
on
on
the that's what I'm saying. It's on the local host. So you'll have to work on setting up the integration on your own if you're planning to. That is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, got it. Yeah, okay.
So I won't be taking care of assisting you or doing any support in terms of integrating AEM and the local instance. That is a point which I'm trying to stress upon.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
I have one more question. So, how can I expect your class to look like? Like, you teach something, some concept, and you allow us to
Correct.
practice at the moment, or you will say, okay, you go home and practice and come tomorrow and ask out.
I will show, there'll be a step-by-step guide that will be given. Even that step-by-step will not be that detailed, First, I will explain in the class, like what is the concept about, how you go about doing it. And whatever that was done in the class, I'll give a reference content for you along with the step-by-step guide. You'll have a class recording. So post the session, you will go through the recording and you'll do whatever that was done in the class. So when you come back the next day, whatever work that was done by each one of you will be reviewed. I'll make sure whatever that was done in the class, you guys are able to complete it till the end. Any issues you might face while doing that, those issues will be sorted out. And once each one of you are able to complete what was done in the previous class, then only I'll move on to the next topic. So it all depends on how well or fast you are able to do your thing, and accordingly, the training completion also will be dependent. If all of you are able to follow quickly and do the things quickly, the training will end quickly. If all of you need time and I need to spend more time in resolving the issues, obviously it will take time. So on an average, based on my experience, I see that it takes about 1 month for sure for the entire use case to be completed.
Okay. And do you have like preference timing? Like, is it going to be at evening or morning?
So I prefer around whatever we are connecting around this time, or maybe little earlier if required. Yeah, this is the only workable time, keeping in mind of everyone availability, I believe. Because most of you, if you're in the East Coast, I think there's a daylight saving also now, right? Like if it is 7 hour time, it will be 8:30 your time. So you will discuss. I mean, whichever time works for all, we'll work it out depending on who all are joining in the batch. We'll once the training is starting, I think Srinivas will coordinate and check on your preferable timings one-on-one, and depending on the maximum priority, we'll work on that particular time.
Okay. Thank you, Sundar.
Okay. Any other questions from anyone? Okay. Srinivas, over to you. Srinivas, can you hear us? Okay, then thank you, team. I'll let Srinivas coordinate with you one-on-one, and then once he finalizes, we'll start the batch.
Yeah, please send that requirements as well as the
Yeah, whatever document I was running through
curriculum
on the
as well.
screen.
So that
Yeah, I'll share it right away.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sundar. Thank you, everybody.